It was a humid summer morning in Boynton Beach, Florida, August 5, 2009, when police cars screeched to a halt outside a quiet suburban home. Neighbors watched in disbelief as officers rushed in and sealed off the area with yellow tape. A detective turned to the news camera and uttered the chilling words, "A homicide has occurred at this residence." Moments later, a young woman, elegant, emotional, and perfectly made up, pulled into the driveway. Her name was Dalia Dippolito. When officers approached her, she clutched her face, trembling. "Is he okay?" she screamed. "Is my husband okay?" Detectives gently told her the devastating news. Her husband, Michael Dippolito, was dead, murdered in a home invasion. Dalia collapsed into sobs, her wails echoing through the street. The cameras caught every second of her grief. It looked like the perfect scene from a crime drama, except this wasn't acting. Or was it? Performing arts behind the tears. Just hours earlier, Dalia had met with someone she thought was a hitman, a man she was paying $7,000 to kill her husband. But the man wasn't a killer. He was an undercover police officer. The entire meeting had been recorded. On camera, Dalia sat calmly in her car, sunglasses on, voice cold and certain. "I'm sure, 1000% sure," she said. "I want him dead." She discussed the plan in detail, where Michael would be, when he'd be killed, and how she'd make sure she had an alibi. Her face showed no hesitation. The police had everything they needed. So they set the stage for the ultimate sting: fake her husband's death, stage a crime scene, and watch how she reacted. Broken heart the man she wanted dead. Michael Dippolito wasn't a perfect man. He had a troubled past, a fraud conviction, some mistakes he was trying to move past. When he met Dalia, she seemed like a dream, stunning, affectionate, and full of life. They married quickly, after just a few months of dating. But soon after, strange things began to happen. Michael's probation officer got an anonymous tip saying he was using drugs. False. Then police found cocaine in his car, planted. Someone was trying to send him back to prison. Later, investigators discovered that someone was Dalia. While Michael thought his wife loved him, Dalia was secretly planning to get rid of him, keep the house, the car, and the money. Clap aboard the ultimate sting. When Dalia arrived at the crime scene, she didn't know the cameras were rolling for a reason. Detectives watched from a distance as she cried and hugged officers, playing the part of the devastated widow. Hours later, they brought her to the police station for questioning. Then, the door opened, and in walked Michael, very much alive. Dalia froze. Her mouth opened in shock. "Come here," an officer said. "Why?" she whispered, her voice trembling. "You're under arrest for solicitation of first-degree murder." In that instant, her act shattered. The tears, the performance, gone. She stared blankly, realizing everything had fallen apart. Scales hashed the aftermath. The footage of Dalia's arrest went viral. People couldn't believe what they were seeing, a real-life crime story playing out like a scene from a movie. She was convicted in court, appealed, retried, and finally sentenced to 16 years in prison. Even then, she insisted she was innocent, that the whole thing was just a reality show setup. But the evidence spoke for itself. The tapes, the planning, the lies, all pointing to a woman who tried to turn her husband's death into her new beginning. Candle # epilogue. Michael Dippolito survived, but his life was never the same. In interviews, he said, "You don't ever think the person you love would want you dead. I trusted her completely." And as for Dalia, her story became one of the most shocking, twisted examples of betrayal caught on camera. A woman who wanted a perfect life, but ended up living her days behind bars,